So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure that look, it's Sunday and you all are having good time because I understand the value of Sunday because when you work for 6 days and after that comes this day called Sunday, it has to be special and it has to be special from your point of view. It has to be special from the people who are around you. From their point of view, also, this is going to be an important day. So, have a great Sunday and enjoy it to the fullest and do what you feel like doing, and because what you feel like doing when you do that, it's a different pleasure. Okay, and that's what I'm going to talk to you today. And I'm going to talk to you today about subject of the talent. Okay, so talent at an individual level, talent at a level of family, and a talent at the level of an organization. Okay, and this I'm going to do with full consciousness that look, why am I doing this video? I'm trying to do this video because I want to make things simple. Okay, so I'm going to try to simplify the complexity which is around this subject of talent. Okay, so let's look at it from an individual point of view that look, what exactly is the meaning of this word talent. Okay, now, talent is something which is a behavior, okay? Now, when I say talent is a behavior, my talent would get displayed through my behavior and it will be displayed consistently because it is my talent, okay? And I would get a very different type of craving for that particular behavior which has a connect with my talent. So, for example, I may be an engineer and I may be a metallurgy engineer, but there is a talent in me which propels me to sing. I have this natural craving towards singing, and hence, whenever I get a chance to sing, I would really take that with complete sense of welcoming. And the moment I get a stage in my organization, or if there is any function in the organization, I'm going to be the one who's going to be on the stage and I will be singing. I am a metallurgy engineer, okay? But the fact is that look, my talent inside me pulls me, and the craving to sing takes me to the stage. So the first point about talent is that look, whatever you are talented, your talent would make you do that, okay? Or you'll get that pull from inside to display and get into that behavior which is your natural talent, okay? Number two, when you will do this, I mean, when you will display that behavior which is a connect with your talent, that behavior or that action would be generally be of a good quality, okay? So if you are one of the guy who has got a craving to write, who's got a craving to sing, who's got a craving to go to places explore, or who's got a craving to research, whatever, okay, but you would get into it, and when you'll get into it, because there's a natural talent within you, so you would do a decent job on that, okay? So that's a point number two. And the point number three is, whatever your profession is and whatever your vocation is, the fact remains that look, when you do anything which is your natural talent, there's going to be a very different sense of joy and you'll feel really satisfied. So, 5 days of working may not give you that sense of satisfaction, which one occasion to go to the stage and sing would give you that satisfaction. So, 3 points about talent. Number one, whatever your talent is, you will have a craving to do that particular action through a behavior, and there will be a pattern and there will be a consistency in that, okay? So that's one. Number two, when you'll do it, you will generally do it with a good quality, okay? And number three, when you do it, it makes you feel really good and really great about, okay? So these are the three things which are at an individual level, okay? And what is to be noticed is that look, we all are special, okay? You are special, he's a special, she's a special, I am special, we all are special, okay? And we all are blessed with a different talent, okay? And those who are able to figure it out what their talent is and they're able to give a right direction to it, they are the people who become masters, okay? So I was reading Robert Greene, and Robert Greene talks about 3 stages. He says that look, when we get into anything, we start with an apprentice where we are learning and we are trying to pick up things, and then we get into what is called as a practitioner, okay? And then after practice of days, months and years, what we become is the master. Okay, so there are three stages. Now your talent, which is a natural talent, where that natural talent is being given a support of what is called as a training. Now that training will take your talent to a level 2, and then what is called as your natural talent will become what is called as your strength. So the talent reaches to a level of a strength, and when you build on that strength, you become the master of that particular subject. Okay, so that's how the word talent at an individual level. Similarly, now look at this word talent in the form of a family. Okay, so what is a family? You're there, your wife, your husband, and then you have your children, and all of you are tied into a unit called family. Okay, now this family also would show a particular behavior. Okay, this family would also get into certain type of actions. Okay, because this family has its own talent. Okay, and they will get into that action. They will also do a reasonable job when it comes to that particular action, and they will also get a very different type of a joy and a satisfaction. Okay, that's called a collective joy and a collective satisfaction. Okay, so let's say there is a family which has that craving to go to places and explore. Okay, now this particular family would go to places, they'll travel, and they'll organize, and they'll build those requirements, or they'll prepare themselves for this journey to explore. And this entire family would figure out new places, and so the talent is connected with this family's need to explore new, explore different. Okay, so here is a family which is getting into what is called as a behavior of discovery. Okay, so this family can be defined as a family which has a talent of discovering. Okay, so they will go to places collectively, they'll form somewhere or other. Okay, the family will go to places, they'll discover, and they'll discover well. And when they'll talk about their discoveries, they'll also talk well, because that's very natural to the whole composite unit called family. And then they will feel great, and they'll feel really thrilled about it, that look, this is what the discovery this family has made. So the collective view of the family and the collective idea of creation of the family would determine that how this marriage between the talent and what this family does aligns. So in families where it aligns, those families become wonderful families, and then they really add value to themselves. And when you add value to themselves, you will end up adding value to others also. And it's vice versa. You add value to others, and you end up adding value to yourself. Okay, so that's about a family. Okay, now let's move further and talk about the subject of talent from the organization's point of view. Okay, now organizations also have their own purpose, and they also have what is called as their mission. Okay, so this word mission is generally used in the corporate world, and the mission of the organization is the basic purpose for which the organization exists. Okay, there's a very favorite subject of mine, that look, organizations with purpose or organizations without purpose. But anyway, that point apart, we will limit our today's conversation with reference to the talent. Okay, so the purpose of the organization, and what is that which organization wants to create. Okay, and what will happen when the organization will create that. Okay, so you got to have eyes on both these aspects. Number one, what is that which organization is trying to create, and why is that organization trying to create, and what will happen if that gets created. Okay, so the picture of the beautiful world once that creation is being done also has to be clear somewhere in the mind of the organization. Okay, so there is a purpose of the organization, and in line with that purpose, the organization needs to have the required talent. Now that's where we have this subject of talent management. We have this vertical of talent acquisition. So what is that which you want to create as an organization? You need to have a clarity on that, and along with that, you need to have a clarity on what is the type of a talent you want to build in the organization and get into the organization. Okay, that is where the subject of competency, that is where the framework of the competency comes into play. And organizations because they have different purpose, they have different mission, and they have different vision, and hence they have a different competency framework. And what are the competency? Competency is nothing else but your repetitive behavior, and your repetitive behavior has a connect with what is called as a talent. Okay, so organizations would assess you in different situations and try to figure out what exactly your talent is and how do you fit into that competency framework, and have a development plan around you. So, organizations with talent would always have an advantage, and talent, you have to convert that talent into a strength, and hence the organizations need mechanisms where the people you get into the organization, and how do you take those people into the level 2 of their competence. Okay, so, talent at an organization level also would display these three things. An organization which has a talent of doing something, they would feel like doing it. Okay, let's take an example of Apple. Okay, so they have this craving collectively as an organization to do something which is different and innovative. Okay, and hence the organization would willy-nilly try to do something which is innovative and something which is going to disrupt and challenge the status quo. And when they will do it, they'll generally do it good. So all of the stuff, all of the book stuff which Apple has done, they have done a reasonably fantastic job on that. Okay, so whether you talk about their iPod, whether you talk about their Mac, whether you talk about iPhones, and the other stuff which they are getting into, because they're driven by the concept of creating new and a different, and creating something which is special. Okay, so collectively this organization called Apple would have this craving to do things which are innovative, and when they try to innovate, they will land up innovating generally a good stuff, because that's the talent which has got developed over a period of time in the organization. Apple is a bunch of people who believe that, look, it's all about innovation. Okay, and when they get collectively together, they innovate, and they innovate well, and when they innovate well, they get a very different sense of joy and satisfaction, as an organization. So, ladies and gentlemen, three basic things: whether it is an individual, whether it is a family, whether it is an organization. Number one, your talent, you'll feel like doing that. Your behavior would have a direct relationship with the type of a talent you have, and you will get into those actions which your talent would get you into. Number two, when you will do what your talent is, you generally do a good job, reasonably a good stuff. And number three, when you do that, you're going to get a great satisfaction out of it. Okay, and also that whatever talent you have, that talent can be developed, and you can convert your talent into a strength by the right education, by the right intervention. And at all three levels it can happen. It can happen at an individual level, you can do it for yourself, and it can happen at an organization level, and it can also happen at a family level. Okay, so you got to figure it out. What is the talent of your child? What is the talent of your child number two? What is the talent of your wife? What is the talent of your husband? And then try to make a unit which is a rhythmic unit. Okay, and rhythmic unit would create a music. Otherwise, if the unit is not rhythmic, the music is going to get into a problem, and it's going to be a cacophony. Okay, so thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening me.